All right. Hello, everyone. Hey, Grace. Hey, Juju. Hey, Mrs. C. Hey, Fish Nerd. Hey, everyone. How are y'all doing? Okay, so I didn't start with the camera first because we have a storm going on, and I don't know how long the stream is going to hold. So we're going to try. Okay, we're trying tonight. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. Welcome to my fish talk. Um, yeah. So last night I did a stream, and it was of the aquarium. It was an aquarium stream, no sound, no nothing. I had a ton of issues, and I ended it early. Um, like the weather just. I mean, it wasn't the weather. I think it was just my internet. The weather tonight is bad, so I'm kind of worried as it is. But so last night I ended the stream, right? And I kid you not, I popped a test stream up because I wanted to see if I'd have better luck on YouTube with the YouTube streaming service, right? Instead of StreamYard. As soon as I finished it, I look over at the tank and Mama 2 is having babies. She popped 3 to 4 of them out. And yeah, that big old mama that looked like she was about to pop, she did. And y'all, I watched it and I cried. It was I couldn't even load the camera back up because I was afraid I'd miss something. Hi, Sean. So I'm watching it, and I've never watched a fish give birth before, right? And I was watching her and swimming for his little dear life, and he's swimming around, and he lands on a leaf, and he just sits there for a minute, and I was like, oh no, is he okay? What's going on? And all of a sudden, he shakes himself off and he swims away. He was fine. And about that time is when another one popped out and did the same thing. Kind of swam around, and landed to see you. So I watched 3 of them born. I think she might have had a fourth one when I had them. I can tell the original 3 because in the week that they've been alive since we had them last week, almost doubled in size. Well, um, all of them except for Little Squid has doubled in size. Little Squid is still a little guy, and I think he's going to be a little guy for a while because he was the run. But the first 2 literally look like just little toddler fish. It's the craziest thing. Hey, Mrs. C. I don't know if I said hey yet. Hey, AC, listening. Um, or if I didn't see you. Um, yeah. So we got little fishies swimming around everywhere. Well, okay, that's not really true. It's their first 24 hours, and I have noticed them hiding in the cover. The floating plants, they've been hiding up there, and I was able to find 3 of them. I don't know. Am I frozen? Can anyone hear me? I think I'm frozen. I'm froze. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Sorry, y'all. It's it's gonna be another bad night. I should. Can Okay. Hopefully, stopping the cam will help. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Am I back? Hopefully, I'm back. All right. Okay. So I'm back. I lost the camera. Tank mouse. Tank mouse. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Okay. No tank for right now. Because I'm running off a hotspot. Which yeah, it's one of those nights. Sorry. Um. So yeah. So I watched my fishies being born last night, and I was very happy about that. Okay. Hey AC, hey Teresa. I'm so glad y'all are here. I was gonna try to find the babies for you guys tonight, but like I said, they're hiding still, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to see them until tomorrow. It's kind of like after they're born, from what I noticed. Okay, from last time to this time, it's only been a week. The first babies, like the next day, I saw them, and it's only been as of like 11 something. It'll be 24 hours since they were born. Tomorrow they should be swimming around, and the next day they should be starting to eat. So, um, the first three um, are swimming everywhere. They're eating. They're mimicking their parents. it's the cutest thing. Even the little squid, he is like doing the big swims now. He's swimming all over the bottom. He's picking at the little pieces of food. It is so cute. And you know what? You know what we need to put on that tiny easel, Juju, that you have? We need to get AC to draw us a little picture of little squid fish, right? And get a little picture of it and put it on the little tiny easel. And you know, that would be the cutest thing ever. That is just adorable. He is doing the big swims. He is like, y'all, he is just so cute. That little fish. And, I know like you can't really see him because I don't have the best camera or anything, but his brother and sister that came from the same, you know, birthing as him, um, they are 3 times bigger than him. And he is still his little fishy self with his little, he's got his little hump in his back. And he is so cute. And last night, the mama was, when she was, giving birth to her fry, all of a sudden, little squid swims up beside her like, hey, are those for me? Are those my friends? Are you having friends for me? That's all I can imagine this little fish saying the whole time. She's like sitting there, like trying to pop these little fish out. And this other little fish is over there like, hey, can I have my friends now? Like, are those my babies? And it's like, no, squid, leave her alone. Go on, squid. see, see, like a little tiny painting on a little tiny easel. That would be so adorable. Like, isn't it cute, Teresa? It's like all I could imagine. They're cousins. And I mean, they might even be brothers and sisters because they could have the same dad. That one fish, man, he swims for everyone. Like, he's got no shame. He's like hit all the girls up. Man, she gave birth last night, and that one little fish that dances for everyone, he's all shaken by her. Like, she's giving birth and he's trying to dance. And I'm like, would you stop? Like, come on, let her have the babies first. So, yeah, last night was interesting. And I really can't wait for the little plecos to, yeah, when Fishner's right, I might need to be sedated when those little plecos pop out. Okay, have any of you seen The Family Guy? That the with Stewie Griffin, little baby with the football head, right? um. So the only thing I can imagine was that I was Stewie when Peter told him that they were going to Disney, and he starts bouncing around the car, out of the car seat, and just bounce, bounce, bounce. That was my level of excitement when my fish started having babies. And that's why I streamed what I did tonight about I've never watched a fish, because when I had fish before, you have your kid, you have a tank, and for the first week you have them, you're going to watch your fish swim around, and oh cool, and then it becomes something you have to take care of, and you're feeding your fish, and then you got stuff going on and homework, and you have your fish, and you look at them every once in a while, but you never watch your fish. So yeah, I've never watched fish until now. So seeing them, have babies was really interesting, because I watched the whole thing. It was, yeah, it was wild. So, like, today was like day of the good news. My kiddo called me. She's in Colorado. She got a new job. and she's working at another bakery. And this one's way better than the last one she was working at because she was having some bad problems at the first place she was working at. So she got a new job. And then her roommate, her and her roommate were having issues. And it kind of became like an abusive type situation. No one was getting hit or anything, but it was bad. And so they split ways. And my kiddo has until August 14th to find a place. So yeah, she got her apartment today, her first apartment on her own terms, and that was an adventure too. But it's her place now. She doesn't have to share it with a roommate. It's all hers. Um. Oh yeah. We will go through it. We will go through it again when I start having mystery snails. um. The snails that I have that are already like laying eggs are they are ram's horns, and they're technically a pest snail. They're not really the kind of snail you want to keep for a pet because they have a million babies. Yeah, see, yeah, thank you, Sean. I'm very proud of her. I told her I was proud of her tonight because she has stressed a lot about getting this place. Because, okay, as much as she would be welcome to come home, she knows this. If something didn't work out, she could come home. She didn't want to come home. She wanted to stay in Colorado. So I'm glad she didn't have to come home. Her aunt also invited her to live with her in Florida. She didn't want to go to Florida either. I don't blame her. She wanted to have her own place. Well, see, that's the thing, Grace. I technically do have a bigger tank. I just don't have that bigger tank set up. And I am you know, I am kind of waiting to set that big tank up because that big tank's going to be a lot of work too. And before I commit to that, I want to make sure I can handle what I've got, and then I'll upgrade. But the biggest I'm going to go, I think, is a 40-gallon tank. I don't think I'm going to go any bigger than that. Um, yeah. Yeah. Don't give me ideas. As much as I've always wanted a 55-gallon or bigger, I'm gonna wait. And yeah, thank you, Sean, because she is brave. And like before, she had someone who was like helping her, but now she's doing it all by herself. So that's good. Going to be good for her. I agree with AC. I would like to see some juggling and some painting going on. Maybe you can juggle and paint at the same time. I don't think that's possible, but we could try it. I need to get out there and get the hummingbirds. I will try to get the hummingbird footage this weekend because they are still out there. They're still doing their birdie things. We almost got hit in the head with one the other day walking in with groceries. So we are going to do the hummingbirds. Mostly the only reason I haven't done it is because of the heat and because I would have left my camera out there and just like come inside. We've had a lot of theft going on in our area, and we had kids looking in cars. So I don't want to just, smack a laptop and a camera out there and just go with it because I might lose my stuff. At least I'd see who did it, but I'd have to go through getting it back too. But I am going to do that. It is. You're right. They actually do feel neglected. I have spent less time with my hummingbirds this year, and I need to correct that. And Vishner did. He has talked me out of setting that 40-gallon up. He has told me to wait, and I am listening. I am listening. Um, Mostly because I don't have filtration for it yet, and I don't have enough plants. Um, if I had more plants or more filtration, yeah, that 40 gallon would probably be going right now. They're probably saying, "Hey, put your fish out here so we can nom on them." And our hummingbirds usually stay until the end of September. So I'm gonna try to this weekend I need to go reset up the feeders. I need to rearrange them so where we can see them better from the porch. And then I should just be able to set a camera up there and let it go. And just I would like to get one of those bird feeders with the camera. And yeah, I need to just say screw it and get one of those. Yeah, and as much as I wanted to do like get all my hummingbird footage this year, I did kind of get thrown into my fish. And I'm not gonna lie, the fish have been fun, and the hummingbirds are fun, and I love my hummingbirds. So this weekend I'll get all their feeders set up because I have a million feeders. Like I buy them by the case every year. I literally go to like the Dollar Tree. For some reason, it's weird. They like those cheap Dollar Tree feeders out of all the other feeders I have ever bought. I've bought glass ones. I have bought the ones with the perches on them. But just those basic dollar store bird feeders with no perch, they love those. No, the one thing, if I could get a picture of it, we have woodpeckers in our area, and they are always pecking. I mean, you can hear it every morning, them hacking at the wood, and it's loud. I mean, it's literally like someone with a hammer and nails out there knocking on that wood. I would love to get that on film because um we get a lot of woodpeckers. We get doves, and we don't get pigeons, we get doves. I know we get cardinals, we get blue jays, we get mockingbirds. And mockingbirds attack the cats. It's kind of funny. They'll swoop down and attack cats. They don't like them. Mockingbirds are like, hey, what you doing? Why you doing that? Why you eating that? They mock you for everything. So yeah, it's been a long day, y'all, since last night. I'm not gonna lie, I stayed up most of the night looking at the fish tank. I was really hoping the pleco eggs would be like wriggling around so we could see them. I don't know because I can't get close enough to see them. I don't. I wish I had some binoculars because you can hear them, and they're usually a little higher up so you can't see them. And I have bad eyesight anyway, but I would love to see what kind they are. And we have seen the damage. We have totally seen the damage from the mockingbirds. I really think that's why the tree fell on my neighbor's house. You know, I kind of wish I knew Mrs. C, because see, I think she was in labor during that whole stream, because she looked kind of like she was, she was stressing a bit. And when she was actually, giving birth to the babies, it was weird because right before she had popped them out, her little fins would start going and her sides would start like fluctuating, and yeah, and then she just popped them out. But it's weird. It was like a little cannon too. Like the next time one of the Scipia has babies, I've totally got to film that, because that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I have never seen a fish give live birth before, and that was something new. I've never even seen fish eggs actually hatch before, so that's going to be an interesting thing to watch too. Since I'm hopefully the pleco eggs are going to hatch, so we got like another week on them at least. So no, it didn't. On the test stream, I noticed it literally right after I ended the test stream. I really wish I would have got it on camera. I really did. By the time I noticed what was going on, by the time I grabbed my phone, I would have missed it. And I couldn't have kept my phone recording that long. Take the whole video of her giving birth, because I mean, once she started popping them out, it's like one came out, then like 2 minutes later another one was out, then a couple of minutes later the third one was out, and then when I was grabbing my phone to tell Fish Nerd, I think that's when the fourth one, because that she had, came out, because after that she kind of looked funny, and then she didn't do anything else. Like that was the end of it. I watched her for another hour and she was done. No, no, don't. Because it literally, I ended that test stream, and I really think that's when it started. And I'm like, of course, it happened after I ended the stream. She couldn't do it while I was streaming. That'd have been too easy. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do the next time, because I think my other two are already pregnant. I'm pretty sure about that. Um. Uh. So I think what I'll do is I'll just pop the little live stream camera on. I'll put it on YouTube on that streaming service, and I'll just let it go. I won't try to chat. I'll just leave it on there and be like, watch the babies. Well, eventually I will probably have to rehome some of them, because if they're constantly gonna be having babies, I can't keep them all. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have enough space. So, little Nemo is getting his own tank set up this weekend, and he is going to get moved, um, probably with a couple of the other little fry, and then I'll figure out if Nemo is boy or girl, and we'll put the coordinating fishy in with him, so they can have their own little bachelor apartment in the sky, and you know because it's going to be high on a shelf, kind of thing, like on a dresser, and they can have their high rise apartment, and then I will start, hitting up the fish group and say, hey, um, that might be a good idea, Fish Nerd. Those Scipia boys, man, they keep swimming. Yeah, like right now, the little eggs, I've got them in a like a bowl, and I've got a an air stone in there, and the water's like running over them to simulate what Mister Whiskers should be doing. But that's just it. That's the weird thing. Like Mister Whiskers is still going in the cave. Like he's still in there. So maybe there's still some eggs in there that he didn't kick out, and he's getting big. She's getting big. Like we got all the fish, and I want to get the Whiskers 20-gallon long set up. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I need to finally do it. I've got to rearrange the tanks because another thing that I have to worry about is the shrimp tank. And I want to start showing them soon. But where I have them, I just realized it's a really bad idea for me to keep it there. Only because it's by a window. And it's about to be winter. And it's going to get cold. And the windows radiate cold, the cold. So it's going to be right on the shrimp tank. And the shrimp don't like fluctuating temperatures. So that's a problem. I know. Like, okay, I had really hoped, like, in my next life, maybe I should be reincarnated as a fish, but not like a Scipia, because those boys are like, all that dancing would make me dizzy. So, maybe like, I don't know. Um, Definitely not a guppy either. I don't want to be a guppy. I'll have to decide what kind of fish I want to be. You know what? Maybe like a cichlid, because like you hold your kids in your mouth, and that's kind of cool. Or a Shelly, that would be even cooler. That's so cool. Yeah, Brian is real into those. Only if me and him can be in a tank together, then we can both be endlers. Cats would be kind of cool to be reincarnated as. So we'll have to elaborate on this colored snail dream. I've been having some really weird dreams too, but I think it's because of the I was Another thing I was mad about when my stream was messing up is Sergeant Snell actually parasnailed in front of the camera, and I had just turned it off. I had literally just turned it off when he parasnailed. I was so mad. I made a parasnail earlier. Yes, and then Ray made him parasnail because Ray was reached in and gave him a little pet, and then he was like, "Wee!" Yes, Ray likes to pet the snails. Yeah, those little Scipia boys, y'all, when I say I really think one of them is going to vibrate themselves out of the tank, I'm not joking. They dance and they start going, and like I was filming one earlier, that video, the short I made earlier today. I made two, one with the babies and one with the, um, yeah, the Scipia dancing. And I was focusing on one, and the next thing I know, another one comes in and he starts dancing. And it's like, y'all, she just gave birth. Leave her alone. It's like he's like vibrating. It was like, man, like y'all are just crazy with that stuff. They just keep going. They do. It's like they stand up and they just start shaking. It's crazy. Also, y'all, so Mr. Mousy does the vacuuming. Like, I am like the luckiest in the world because, okay, like I have bad allergies. So I love vacuums, but I love vacuums to take the dust away because I have allergies. But when the dust gets really bad, Mr. Mousy does vacuum cleaning. And like, I don't know other guys that do that. It's like, wow, like you're that's kind of why like I was like, you know what, if you do ask me to marry you, I'm gonna say yes just because you vacuum. So, yeah, like Juju's right too, because they do. They just look so uninterested when those little guys are shaking it. And they're like, she's just like, yeah, whatever. It's like I'm the one who has to pop these babies out. Oh, I gotta clean up the plants. Like all this the shaking business, they've kind of like moved all the plants around again. The boys are all happy because there's not pregnant females again. So, they're like, woohoo, we get to do it again. We get to go. Yeah, because he vacuums. That's not the only reason, but I figured, if he vacuums, then that's like the biggest thing in the world. Like, I don't even have to ask him; he'll just do it. And he also likes to cook, but I'm the one that grills, so I get control over the grill, and we've established that I am the grill master, and he can grill for fun if he wants to, but I do the serious cooking there. So, you know, I actually need to vacuum the tank. And I've got to go on another snail hunt in the tank again. I got to get the rest of the big ram's horns out of the 20-gallon. I haven't seen any little egg situations going on. Y'all, the first baby that the first baby that was born almost looks like a full size Scipia. Well, I used to bake. Then Ellie took over the baking. Then Ellie moved. And then I took over the baking again. And then Juju taught me how to make these muffins that are really awesome, right? And Ray, I was hiding the secret of the muffins from Ray. Ray didn't know the secret of the muffins. But then Ray found out how easy the muffins were to make, and Ray learned to make the muffins. So now I don't have to bake anymore because Ray has started baking. So we just pass, the along the um, we delegate who does what here. So, everyone chips in. We got enough people here, all the work can get done. And I don't have to do it all. We don't talk about biscuits. I have tried the biscuits again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But me and biscuits, we don't work. I don't work. Ray can make biscuits. I can't. Ellie can make biscuits, and I can't. I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. I'm getting there. I have made a lot of mistakes. One day I'm going to make biscuits, and then when I do, I'm going to film me making biscuits. I will get there eventually. Juju, you're a mess. Oh. They are also proven hockey pucks, is what they are. They are puck like, they are hard. Maybe I'm just overcooking them. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. And I think it's partially because I can't feel my hands and they go numb while I'm kneading and while I'm working the dough. So then I don't know what I'm doing and I can't feel what I'm doing. So I think that's actually part of my problem because the kids are like, oh, that's done. And then Ellie was like, when she was here visiting me, she goes, you did that too much. That's not going to work. And she was right. And I was like, man, just give up. You've never made a pie? Okay, Juju, we will have to, we're going to have to make, okay, I will make biscuits. You will make a pie. It's going to be easy. So I keep trying. Every time I try, I make Ray make them with me. So, at least we get one edible batch out of the, you know, you get one edible batch out of it. And I probably am over handling the dough. And it's just because I can't. Now, if I make drop biscuits, I can do drop biscuits. And I don't know why. I don't know why I can do those. But if they're like the ones you want to roll out and actually make into like biscuit form, no, it doesn't work. I don't know. So I never cooked a turkey until I cooked a turkey. And I want to say I was 23 the first turkey I made. And I made it for Christmas because um we okay, Ellie's biological dad, they didn't do like a family Christmas. We did Christmas like at home, like just us kind of thing. But they did like a family Thanksgiving. So one year we wanted, well, I didn't want the turkey. Everyone else wanted a turkey. I didn't know how to cook a turkey. So I learned how to cook a turkey. No one got sick. I cooked it thoroughly. I was proud of myself. So sometimes you just have to do it. I have made key lime pie before. I can make a key lime pie. I can make like any of the like the pudding type pies. Those are so easy to make, like with a custard. Um, my favorite pies to make though are like fruit pies, like peach pie, strawberry pie, um, apple pie. Strawberry pies are so easy to make, and it was hard getting it lit. I've smoked turkeys. So one year, my oven went out, and I was like, "How do I make a turkey with no oven?" And someone was like, "Well, you can buy an electric turkey roaster." And I was like, "Okay, well, you know what? Let me look on YouTube." And someone was like, "You can use your grill to cook a turkey." And at the time, I had not only a charcoal grill, but I had a propane grill. So I just put my turkey on the grill and grilled my turkey. It was like a roaster, but you put it in a roasting pan and you put it in your propane grill and you close it and you cook it. It worked. So, strangest thing in the world, but it worked. Man, a blackberry apple pie sounds really good. That I'm gonna have to try. I have a bag of frozen mixed berries that I actually need to break into. and do something with. I was going to make a mixed berry cobbler with it. So years ago, we had a barbecue shack down the road from us, and the owner of it, Mr. Uncle Frank, is what everyone called him, Uncle Frank. Him and Mr. Mousy became really good friends, and he made a strawberry cobbler once. And Mr. Mousy loved that cobbler. It was his favorite thing in the world. And Uncle Frank passed away in 2021. It was right after COVID. It was so sad. Like everyone was, we were all worried about like everyone getting through it, especially, like Uncle Frank, because he was older, he had medical issues. He got stung by a bee. He survived the pandemic and got stung by a bee. Like, the irony of that was just like, wow. But after that, Mr. Mousy, he was sad because, one, he lost his friend. And two, he was like, I'm never going to have a strawberry cobbler again. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to figure that out. So it was about 3 months ago. They had a big sale on frozen strawberries, and I bought a bunch of them. And I made a strawberry cobbler for the first time. That was interesting. The first time I totally messed that up. I did not put enough sugar in it because they were unsweetened strawberries. Like, they were just frozen berries, not like fruit pie or anything, not like a pre-sweetened like frozen berry mix. So yeah. You know what, Juju? You should do a stream about that, and we should totally do that. And then one Friday or Saturday or, random Tuesday, we should get together and we should talk about our strawberry pies. I wish I knew someone to get raw milk from, but I don't even think we have anyone that has dairy cows. But if I want a steak, I know where to go get that one from. We actually do have a lot of beef farmers around here. So, all right, it's starting to thunder again, and I'm afraid that I'm going to start losing my signal again. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'll try to get some pictures of the babies, and, we'll discuss their growth, because, wow, is that one baby big? Like, how did you get so big already? Like, you're almost a full-size fish. I know in some places, and I don't know if Georgia is one or not, but in some places, like, buying raw milk is banned. Here, I'm not so sure, just because I've never seen it for sale, but I have seen fresh eggs. So I'm sure fresh milk shouldn't be an issue if you could get, cows straight from a chicken. So yeah, but and we have a farmer's market where you can actually go buy the eggs from a chicken farmer, from the farmer's market. You can go get them. If they don't sell all of them, they put an ad up in the newspaper and tell you where to go pick them up. And the Monday after the farmer's market, because it's only open on Saturday and Sunday, on Monday, all the eggs that aren't sold over the weekend, you can go get for free on Monday. And I think they limit it to 2 dozen per family or something. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by, Royal Ratcliffe. Yeah, you can get cows straight from a chicken. and maybe some milk straight from never mind. I'll stop there. I will stop there. I'm running on very little sleep, y'all, and a lot of caffeine. All right, y'all. I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see y'all tomorrow over on Shenanigans. I believe it's Mean Girls trivia, and I am looking forward to that. It's been years. I'm gonna watch Mean Girls tomorrow afternoon, brush up on it, ready for the trivia and all. So, yeah, I am gonna go crash and listen to the storm, and hopefully not have a tornado. So, I will talk to y'all later, and read the description. Okay, I will totally do that. Um, I need to, let me go grab the link real quick and drop that bad boy. Um, put that up real quick, and I need to put that in the description box too. After I get done here. Ah. Sorry, y'all. I'm typing. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing something. Let me pop that screen back up. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Juju. You're faster than me. I always make up my own answers. Thank you for getting the link, Juju. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna pop that in the description. You know what? Let me pop that up. So tomorrow, be there, Shenanigans. I will be there. We can all hang out. It'll be fun. And I'm gonna go. So good night, everyone. Have fun. Be safe. And yeah, bye.